You know that universal chill that just runs down your spine when you hear about places completely untouched by time? Those places where the shadows just seem a bit too long and the silence feels incredibly heavy? Well, today we're exploring a terrifying piece of lore that has been whispered in hushed tones for generations. Let's step into the dark and see what we find.
So this is the fundamental question we really have to ask ourselves. What actually happens when you ignore a warning? It's a question deeply rooted in human nature. I mean, we're naturally curious creatures, right? But there's this very fine, very dangerous line between simple curiosity and sheer blinding hubris. Throughout history, legends and myths have been built entirely around this one single concept: the fatal consequences of thinking we somehow know better than the ancient rules of the dark. Keep this question in mind, because we're going to follow one young man's decision to cross that exact line and how it led to absolute disaster.
Section 1. The Legend of Kuan, the Well of No Return.
Now, the name itself carries a ton of weight. Kuan literally translates to the Black Well, and the local lore surrounding this place is incredibly specific and honestly, deeply grim. The villagers believe without a shadow of a doubt that absolutely anyone who approaches this well after the sun goes down will never return normal. Notice it doesn't just say they disappear. It says they never return normal. That implies something happens out there that literally shatters the human mind. This isn't just a spooky campfire tale for the locals. It's a hard life or death rule of their reality.
Section 2. A Foolish Midnight Dare, the Hubris of Youth.
Let's map out just how fast things can spiral completely out of control. In the evening, the dare is made amidst laughter and typical teenage bravado. Our 17-year-old protagonist, Ali, arrogantly bets his friends he'll film the well at night. By midnight, Ali actually reaches the well. And by the very next morning, there's a grim discovery. It's this incredibly tight, inescapable window where a simple, foolish bet escalates into a complete nightmare.
Section 3. The Old Man's Warning, the Rule of Survival.
You know how every good piece of folklore has that one harbinger, the messenger who tries to stop the tragedy? Well, while all these friends were laughing and cheering him on, there was a silent old man nearby who offered one very specific, incredibly chilling piece of advice. He simply said, "Beta, agar wahan se kisi aurat ki awaaz aaye, piche mat dekhna." Which means, son, if you hear a woman's voice, do not look back. This wasn't just a vague, oh, be careful out there. It was a highly specific instruction, a firm rule of survival. Don't look back. But Ollie, he literally just laughed it off, grabbed his torch and his phone, and walked away.
Section 4. Midnight at the Well. The investigation begins.
So the clock strikes 12 and Ali arrives. The laughter of his friends is completely gone, replaced by this strangely cold wind blowing through the air. He steps closer to the crumbling stone edge of the well, and right as he points his camera into that black void, he hears it, echoing from deep, deep inside. The slow, rhythmic sound of dripping water. Tip, tip, tip. He starts recording, boldly declaring to the empty darkness that he's going to prove this is all just a silly rumor. Section 5. The Fatal Mistake. The whispers begin. Because the second he speaks, the dripping completely stops. And suddenly, cutting right through the cold midnight air, a faint woman's voice calls out from the darkness. Ali, meri madad karo. Ali, help me. It echoes up from the impossibly deep, black throat of the well. And it's not a threat, right? It's a plea. It's perfectly designed to draw him in. Terrified, but driven by that fatal human curiosity, Ali leans over and shines his flashlight straight down into the darkness. For a split second, there's nothing but the black void. And then, out of nowhere, a stark white hand shoots up from the absolute blackness, just grasping at the air. Ali lets out this raw primal scream and stumbles backward into the dirt, dropping his flashlight as panic completely overrides his entire nervous system. Now, in the middle of this absolute chaos, as he's scrambling on the ground, his feet suddenly freeze to the earth. A terrifying realization washes over him. He remembers the old man's warning, just echoing in his head, "Piche mat dekhna." Don't look back. He is totally paralyzed. His brain is screaming at him to run, but he cannot move an inch. And here's why he freezes. The voice speaks again. But it isn't coming from inside the well anymore. It is coming from directly behind him.
a whisper right against his ear. तुम मुझे छोड़कर क्यों चले गए? Why did you leave me? Just imagine the sheer terror of knowing that thing has moved from the depths of the well and is now standing right over your shoulder.
He knew the rule. He knew exactly what the old man had told him to do to survive. But that human instinct to just see the danger behind you, it's overpowering. Driven by pure fear, he looked back. He turned his head, and in that exact second, a horrifying scream erupted from Ali, echoing so loudly it literally woke the entire village in the distance.
Section 6. The final recording. The morning after. The sun comes up, the villagers gather, and they slowly make their way to the edge of the black well. Ali is nowhere to be found, but he did leave something behind in the dirt. They find his mobile near the well, and the really chilling part? The video was still recording. When they hit playback, they see Ali visibly shaking in absolute terror, and a woman is standing right behind him. The footage shows this incredibly horrifying contrast. On one side, you have Ali's face, trembling in sheer human terror as he realizes his fatal mistake. And right behind him, the woman's face. It's completely unnaturally black with piercing, pure white eyes just staring dead into the camera lens. But the video doesn't end there. In the final seconds of the recording, the entity steps away from Ali. She moves closer and closer to the camera lens until those white eyes filled the entire screen, and she delivers her final, chilling threat, not to Ali but to whoever is watching. Ab tumhare bari hai. Now, it's your turn.
Subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for latest